The simple secret to being crazy successful in everything you do. If you were wondering how people like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett are unbelievably successful, it's because they use this little secret. And if you want to know what it is, stick to the very end of this video. I want to give you a simple formula that anybody can apply to get crazy successful results. Now let me give you an example of it and see if you can start to figure it out. Matthew McConaughey tells a story about when he was working on a movie, and in this particular movie they were going through scripts. They were all sitting at a conference table, and as they were all sitting at the conference table, Matthew got up, got down on the floor and started doing push-ups to everybody's amazement. Do you know why he did that? Now I want to share with you another story, a real life story about me and some other people, and I won't call out their names, but I'll just tell you this, that the other day I was talking to somebody on text, and they were supposed to send me a couple pictures of something they made for dinner, and they said I'll send it right over. And I waited and waited and waited, and the pictures never came. And not long after that, I was talking to this person's mother, and we were texting back and forth, and I said, hey, your son never sent me these pictures on this particular item they were making. I really wanted to see them. And she says, no problem, I'll send them right over. Now long story short, neither one of them ever sent those pictures. Have you figured out what the one secret is to success? Now if you don't apply the secret to success, you're going to miss a lot of opportunities. These opportunities could be business opportunities, they could be relationship opportunities, they could be friendship opportunities, but you're guaranteed to miss out on some things which would lead you to success in many different areas if you just applied this one secret system. Now what is this one secret system? Can you figure it out? Can you figure it out from the push-ups? Can you figure it out from the pictures that weren't sent to me? Can you figure it out? Do you know what it is? Well, let me share something with you first off, and I want you to understand this before I get into the secret. And the one thing I want to share with you is that everything is important. Everything. You know, a lot of people will say, well, that's not that important, I'm not going to worry about it. You know, if I bring something to that party, you know, it's not a big deal if I do or if I don't. You know, hey, if I do a good job on mowing this lawn, it really doesn't matter right now because this is going to grow back anyhow, and I got to mow it again next week. And there's a certain attitude towards all these things where certain things are important and certain things are not important. Now what would you consider important? I guess maybe rushing somebody to the hospital would be important, or you know, paying your bills every month so you don't get evicted. But why is it certain things are not that important to you? What is the difference? Now I want to share with you some of these really successful people and how they apply this success technique. And the success technique is that everything's important. Every single thing's important, because every time you decide to not do something your best, what you're doing is you're taking down your self-esteem just a little bit. Even if nobody else can see what you're doing or when you're doing it, it actually hurts your own self-esteem. And when you're hurting your own self-esteem, what you're actually doing is telling yourself you're not really that good, you don't do things that well. And here's the truth, everything is important and everything should be done immediately. So both of those things go hand in hand. If something needs to be done, it needs to be done right. It doesn't matter if it's taking out the garbage, if it's cooking dinner, if it's doing a good job, you know, at your work. It doesn't matter. It's all important. And that's the one thing that all these really highly successful people like a Warren Buffett or Elon Musk, they all know that everything is super important. Here's the truth, everything you're doing that you're doing in public, whether it's your job, whether it's relationships, whether it's, you know, anything that you do in public, people are looking at you and they're judging you based on what you do. Are you kind to other people? Are you fair? Are you honest in every situation? You're being judged every day. You know, maybe that person that sees you, you know, get too much change at the grocery store is a friend, and maybe they have a big business deal on down the road, but they also see that you don't give that money back to the cashier, and they learn a little something about you in that moment there. They go, wow, he didn't do the right thing in that moment, she didn't do the right thing in that moment. every single second you're being judged. Maybe you're helping out at a charity, maybe you're helping with I don't know, rescue animals, or you're helping with the homeless, and maybe that, you know, possible loved one that you were looking at is watching you and seeing what you're doing, and if you're doing the right thing, they're judging you. They're looking at you going, hey, this person always does the right thing. Hey, this person helps people out. Hey, this person really cares about other people. And they're gonna go, that's the kind of person I want to be around. That's the kind of person I want to spend the rest of my life with. So could you be missing out on business deals? Yeah. Could you be missing out on love? Yeah. Could you be missing out on friendships? Yeah. You got to do the right thing at all times, and you've got to do it right away. I'm still waiting for those pictures. I don't think I'll ever get them, but the one thing I know about that individual that didn't send me the pictures is pretty much his whole life he's never followed through on things. He's had a lot of opportunities, he has a lot of talents, has a lot of skills, but he never really followed through on things, and that lack of following through has haunted him his entire life. And that day when he didn't actually send those pictures to me, I looked at that situation, I thought, well, you know, it's not that big of a deal, I guess, about the pictures, but it was to me. And you know, then when I saw his mother saw that he didn't do it, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'll do it, and she didn't do it, I thought, where did he learn that skill from? Where did he learn that lack of not really caring, that lack of not doing what you say you're going to do? Probably learned it from his mom. Now that's probably a minuscule situation to you, but these little things tend to build up, and they build up, and they build up, and as they build up, they become your personality, they become your persona, they become who you are. So if you want to change everything in your life and you want to make big differences, start realizing that every single thing matters, no matter what you do, no matter if it's work, if it's relationships, if it's cooking dinner, it doesn't matter. All these things are important, and you got to do your best in all these different areas. Now, I didn't always think this way. You know, when I was younger, you know, I thought, well, some things just don't matter and I don't care about that. But what that attitude is about, you know, not caring and that thing doesn't matter too much, it's really a degree of laziness. And in many cases, a lot of these things that we say, it doesn't matter, I don't have to do my best, or I don't have to do that right now, many times that situation can get worse. Many times that situation is going to come back again, and we're going to have to do it again, or we've done it poorly and we're going to have to do it over, so we have to do twice as much work. So actually, this attitude of putting things off and this attitude of not doing your best at something actually will cause you to do more work, and it'll probably cause you some anxiety. So, you know, if you get nothing from this video, realize that everything does matter. Everything matters. Every single thing you do matters. You got to do your best, and you should do everything when it needs to be done. You shouldn't put it off. If you can apply those two things, like a lot of these really successful people I was talking about, you're going to find that you're going to get more success. You're going to have more opportunities. You're going to have more people judge you for being a really good person, a kind person, an honest person, somebody who gets things done person. Isn't that how you really want to be judged? So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's something that you can take and implement in your life. It's really, you know, I don't want to say it's a small thing, because nothing's a small thing, right? But it's a small change that you can do in your personality. It really is. And start applying that to everything. You're gonna feel that little twinge, you know, some point today or tomorrow when you have to do something and you say to yourself, it doesn't matter that much. As soon as you hear that in your mind, where you say, well, that doesn't matter that much, you've got to realize it does matter, because every single thing matters. You know, I remember raising my two kids, and you know, every now and then my son would say to me, well, this doesn't matter that much, because you know, I already did that one project, so I don't care about this project because I know I've already gotten an A. No, it all matters. It all matters, because what you're doing is you're forming your personality, you're forming what you're going to do on a daily basis, and with that attitude of, well, this doesn't matter because of this, it's going to hurt your personality. It's going to hurt your success in the future. But if you develop that personality where everything matters, I'm going to do the best I can on everything, at the end of the day, you're always going to feel better about that day. You're going to feel better about what you put into that day. You're going to feel better about how you treated people, how you did the right things, how you did your best. And here's a key to everything: if you do your best at everything, you tend to get better at things. If you do a little bit less than what you can do, you tend to get less of a person. If you think about it this way, if you could do push-ups, okay, and let's say you could do 5 push-ups, and every day you got down and you did 1 or 2 push-ups, you'd probably never get to 10. But if you got down and you could do 5 push-ups and you push yourself and you try to do 6 and you try to do that every single day and you did that 5 days a week and you did that month in and month out, could you get to 10? Well, you say, well, of course I can, because I tried really hard and I pushed my limits. And that's the key right there. You got to try really hard. You got to push your limits in all areas and do it right then. If you apply that, you're going to see more success and more happiness in your life. Now, if you got something out of this video, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. There's a big button down there. It says subscribe. If that button is red, you need to click it and turn it gray. When it turns gray, that means you've done your thing. But another thing's going to happen. A bell's going to pop up like this. And what I want you to do is ring that bell, turn on all notifications, so that when I do a video like this, you get notified. You'll be part of the VIP family, the Fisher family, that gets notified every single time I do one of these videos. I really thank you for listening today. If you've got a story about lack of effort, if you've got a story about putting things off, put that in the comments below. If you've got a question about this process, this little secret that so many people have used and applied, put that in the comments below. If I can help you in any way to make money online, because that's what we do here, is we teach you how to make money online, put those questions below. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hit that thumbs up button down there, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.